Welcome to HealTalk Tuesdays with Liza, where transformation begins as we evoke, embrace, and evolve. Greetings, 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 and welcome to HealTalk Tuesdays. This is Liza. It's so good to be here with you, isn't it? Hope you are doing absolutely wonderful in mind and body. Today, we're going to be talking about something that it's really been on my mind because of my clients, because I want to ask you something. Have you ever gone through something and told yourself it's already done, it's past, and yet something inside you, especially in your body, it's like you say, I'm okay, I've moved on, but your body remembers and your body keeps reacting. Maybe it was an accident. Maybe it was a relationship, a bad relationship, a loss. It's a moment that shook you to your core. Now, you've heard me talk about mind-body connection. Actually, there is this thing, everyone in the self-help industry is talking about mind-body connection because what we think is what we feel. And guess what? When you think it, your body reacts. Sometimes we don't even have to think about it consciously because guess what? Your subconscious, which is the recording, which is where everything is stored. It's the blueprint of how you function, is embedded that information in there. And it could be a shock system, a negative memory, an experience that is creating a trigger. Now, something lingers, right? And not always in your conscious mind, and as I said, in your body. So one of my clients that I was working with, she got into an accident about 4 months ago. 4 months ago. And the car was T-boned. She was the passenger in the front. Because she did not see it, peripheral vision, she was looking in the front, they were talking, radio was on and everything. When the car got T-boned and the car span, it hit her side. Now, the accident happened 4 months ago. They're both fine. The driver is fine. She is fine. It was not a big thing. But what triggered inside, it was as if she was blindsided. She didn't see it. She didn't have time to react. There was no time for fight and flight. And that's why the shock stayed in her body. And literally, she froze. And she didn't even have time to scream. So she held on and she stayed there. Now, what happened at that moment, it's as if the body took that and held it inside. Every nerve, every muscle, every organ in her body went into contraction. They've gone through the attorney, they've done all the medicals and everything, they're through the case. But what is happening every time she sits in the car, especially in the passenger seat, her body starts trembling and she has not been able to do so. So why is this important? Here's what's important as far as what's happening inside the body. This isn't natural. This is not weakness. And it is nothing that is wrong with her or her body. This is how the body works. It's something intense happens. And the body goes into protection, right? It's not that it's having a reaction. The body is protecting. The body is protecting her. So, because she did not understand what's happening, the body is doing the work as if, do not sit here, Don't sit in the car. I am not safe. So in order to change this, there has to be something. Now she's on meds. They gave her relaxant. They gave her everything, every part of her body physically. She's fine after the initial month of feeling a little bit beat up and all that. But she is not emotionally well. This is where the case is, because I had another case that many years ago, she was in an auto accident. And what happened was she was also the passenger. As they're talking, she turns around to talk to her, and they get into an accident because her leg hit the gear, and the gear went from drive to neutral, and the car went shaking like this. The car span, and they hit the side. Okay. What happened at that moment was this entire spinning. Since then, she got a vertigo. Of course, she had headaches in the past, but she never realized, she could not pinpoint why after 2 years she gets vertigo. See, the thing about hypnotherapy is so profound, because hypnosis is a state of deep relaxation. You go in and out of hypnosis all day long. But when you come into a hypnotherapy, what happens is we illuminate the cause and then eliminate the symptom. Again, illuminating the cause. We go into what I call it, we evoke what was, right? So it's understanding timeline. Maybe this was a month ago, 4 months ago, 6 months ago, 2 years ago, sometimes 15 years ago, 20 years ago. It doesn't matter. The body, the muscle remembers, and the shock stays in there. So after doing the hypnotherapy, we found out that that small little mishap, small accident, right? It caused the spinning. It's as if her head was spinning. And since then, every time she gets triggered or something bothers her, she gets vertigo, and she has to go in a closed space, in a dark space. Without hypnotherapy, she would not figure this out. So what we did is I put her in my chair, and this is one of the ways to reverse vertigo instead of being on meds. And I'm not against meds properly, but this is what I did. Long time ago, I remembered one of our master clinical hypnotherapists teaching me this. I placed her in a chair, and as I was guiding her into a deep state of relaxation, for her to only remember the accident, the spinning, of how slowly she can spin this chair and reverse the spinning. Not necessarily that it didn't happen, but for the body to know that I can spin, I can move, and I am safe. I can spin, I can rotate, and I am safe. So I knew it can work. From where? Because long ago, 25 years ago, maybe even more, I got into an accident. And I was in an accident very similar to that one. Prior to that, I've been in 3, maybe 4 major auto accidents. Guess what? Muscle, I now know it remembers, because one of those, it affected me so bad. My rib cage was damaged. My legs got blocked inside. And for the longest time, I could not move my legs. I could not speed. But that's okay, right? So understanding how the body locks, I helped her spin, and within an hour of working with me and through hypnosis, allowing the subconscious know that she is safe, her body is safe, and the muscles are relaxed. In that state, the vertigo went away. She has not had one headache since our last session about 2 months ago. And she used to have this headache and vertigo like weekly, if not twice a week. So again, what happens in the subconscious and in the body shows up in different ways in different times. And it's not there to shock you, but it is there to remind you and support you and protect you. I just wrote a blog. If you go to lizaboubari.com, you can see one of my blogs. I just wrote it yesterday. It's when the accident is over, how your body responds. And it talks about the shock that stays in the body, what you can do about it. Even attorneys, after a PI accident, understanding that there are other ways to release the shock from the body. And in that blog, I also gave you a link to Cleveland Medical, cited the fight and flight and why it happens and how it happens. Everything is to protect you, because nothing happens by chance. I've said this over and over, over and over. And when you think, why is this happening? The truth is, it's not about you. It's your body protecting you. So because when we work with the subconscious, we allow the body to process, literally to process through this, as I said, illuminate the cause and eliminate the symptoms. Something shifts, and it's not by force, it's not by push, but it happens naturally because you allow it, because you want the healing to happen. So you can move forward. You can live without the symptoms and begin the healing process. When there is a shock in the body, your mind, your emotions, everything goes to work together. They're like a tribe in mind, body, and emotions. Someone asked me, Liza, what do you do? I said, I'm an evoker. I evoke things that most people do not see so that we can illuminate the cause and eliminate the symptoms. If you are interested to learn more, or if you or someone you know has been through an accident, traumatic experience, a loss, or something happened that you saw and the shock was so bad, it stayed in your body and your body is reacting and you don't know why, maybe even children, let me know. This is what I do. I'm helping you to heal within. So if this resonates with you, share it, like it, maybe even give me a heart. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Liza Boubari, and send me a message. I'm here to help you. Until next week, God bless you, and may the universal light surround you always. Bye-bye.